What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you don't know, I'm Calvin. I am the figurehead of the channel, I guess. And I'll be doing all the car work. And today we're working on the SC300. It's not an SC300, it's outside. But I'm gonna be doing the 6x9 install on the front door speakers for the SC300. I think originally it comes with 4 inches. They're not bad 4 inches. I'm not gonna tell you that they're bad, but I do want a little upgrade. So I'm like a little bass head, I'm not gonna lie. I love my bass, but I got a full sound system gonna be installed in this thing. Of course, I'm doing it. I do all my work here for the most part. Maybe some things that get out of my hand, I'll take it to the shop, but for the most part, we're gonna do everything here. I'm a DIY guy. Welcome to the channel. And we're gonna try to get some things recorded and going, because I've been saying I need to do this. I've been doing this stuff for too long and just not recording it. So here we are. We got the first video today. And the car is outside. Let's go outside. Matter of fact, no, let's go over some shit. Let's look at some speakers, because let's go over the speakers that we're putting in here today.
Uh-oh.
Also, if you want to support this channel, man, I got some merch coming up, and if you want these bills done, because I do some pretty crazy stuff, it's just hard doing it out of pocket. Support the channel, just go buy some merch, man. And give me a like and subscribe, please. Just for me to you, so I can do something for you, so you can do something for me. You know, me, you, to you, me. We. Gotta go pee. Anyway, speakers are going in today. I actually been putting in some work on that car over the past week, and there's also a 12-inch woofer in the back now. So that's first. They had the people this. Okay. And I have my speaker adapters here. They did arrive while we were out. And so I've already done the due diligence of marking one up to the 6x9 on here. And this is what it would look like. We're gonna cut out this center ring, and that should give us enough to, yes, I bought this from the junkyard. Shut up. Give us enough to mount this on the inside. So we're gonna cut the inside, come to the inside ring, get a little jigsaw and cut that out. And then we're gonna mount this in there. Now the backing, I did compare it to like an aftermarket speaker. It does look like it'll have plenty of room for a 6x9 in there. I don't know how the sound will come through the door card itself, since the opening's small there, but as far as it being behind the door card, I think it can fit there. Like I said, we'll just have to drill this out so this can be mounted to it. And I also, for some added coolness, got this little baffle from Amazon. It's just a little rubber baffle. 6x9 goes in it. And goes in like that. And this itself will mount in here. So I'll have my soundproof seal. Well, not soundproof seal, a seal on the speaker, because it ain't gonna be soundproof, obviously. But, you know, seal on the speaker edge, and it'll be able to go in there. And then it came with these foam things. I guess you stick those on top, I guess, and what you're supposed to do with them. They actually go behind it, so the sound that bounces off these things at the behind it, the speaker, the sound waves bounce off that foam. I guess it clears up some of the distortion from the door. I don't know, but whatever. I think there's a cavity. If I can fit it in there, I'll try to fit it in there. But I'm thinking there is a cavity back there. I know you're wondering, well, how did you trace that on there? Well, you gotta just turn it upside down. I got a 4-way, so Twitter kind of gets in the way, so just kind of hang it off the table. Hold it by tab on the side, but that's pretty much how I do it. And then I kind of eyeball this part. And as far as like the inside, I eyeball it. So I get that inside ring. I kind of, like I'm gonna say, I eyeball it. I eyeball the thickness. Draw one here. Draw one here. This one's kind of off the side. Draw one here. Draw one here. And then I just like to do a little artsy, just connect the lines type deal. And that's what we're gonna do with this one. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Just try to keep in mind you're making an oval here and the corners need to be a little thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, both were traced out, kind of sort of the same, a little maybe a hair off on each one, but I don't think it'll matter. I hope it don't matter. But yeah, we're gonna take these downstairs in a second and go cut them out with the jiggy, and then we will fit these up, and we will get into the car and start taking the door panels off and wire this guy up. There's other things I have to take off that one, and I have to find ways to mount the things that I need to mount to get some of the things breaking, like the tweeter, the factory tweeter. I think it has one here too, and another harness or something here. So I think two things up top I have to find a way to mount up here. So I'll find a way, of course, but we'll get there. 6x9s in front of an SC300. I don't think anybody's done it yet. Well, probably done it and just never like made it mainstream. Put it that way. Here we go. Okay, here's what they all look like in their baffles. Their little baffle homes. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna cut these out and show you what they look like afterwards. Probably gonna have to file them down later. Most of the time stuff just rubs it down, but you know, it's not gonna be seen or anything, so. Just gonna try to cut on this line. Can't really see that well, but we're trying to make it work. So here we go. Okay, so here's the first one. I kind of nicked it up here. Oopsies. I just fill it in with hot glue or something. But I'm gonna go see if the speaker fits in here. I kind of went a little wide on this side, and so I try to compensate and go a little narrow on this side. So I'm gonna see if the speaker can get in here. If not, then we'll just adjust a little bit. And I should have brought that speaker down here, but that's okay. We'll do that now. Okay, so on the first attempt, not bad results, but not good results. It's not bad because it's not too wide. That's exactly what I wanted, not to be too wide. But now I have to cut out a little bit more, and I'm thinking on this side a little bit and on this side a little bit. And I can get this thing to come over and sit flush. So I'm gonna jig it a little bit and try to get this thing to mount a little flush. All right, so we got that to fit in. It's gonna be tight fit. We hope there's enough space for this baffle at the back, but if not, I guess we can take the baffle out or just cut some of it off to make it work right. But now, this is kind of how you want it to sit. So I'll flush around, that way this gasket can seal it. That way it's a true speaker kind of free air baffle type subwoofer. But I'm gonna do one more. Okay, so here's the speaker wiring. The green's going to the tweeters, the brown's going to the actual speakers. You can see how it's hooked up there. Pause if you need to. This is how I got the connectors screwed on to the actual adapter. Here you can see where the tweeter hooks up to. And this is where the actual input for the speaker hooks up to, factory connections. And this is the 6x9 sitting in the door. Okay, so I'm in the booze on this one, but this is it. The tweeter, the factory up here. And connectors to the factory harness over here. On the back side, I have the capacitor up here. Alright, so the passenger side. Now, it won't fit perfectly, obviously, but it will fit. And because it's plastic, just holes Full sound felt a little better than this one, but it is what it is. I don't think the holes are cut out the exact same, so close enough to make it work. See, I had to cut off a little bit of the top just to make sure the door panel could seal there. Hot glue this from the original box onto here. That way this can connect in there. Just gotta pull it a little bit so it can sit there. This is it's in there. It's got a little meat. Stretched it a little bit, but it's there. And there. So boom, there's bone behind it. I'm gonna tear this up just like the guy did in the other video. Kind of stuff these crevices here best I can, and calling this install done. 6x9s if it is possible. All clips connected just like factory. And hold this down. Might just keep my door panel covered a little bit. Ceiling.
What's going on, guys? I am still in this dang neck pillow thing, trying to keep my head steady. It's got a big head, but got the rings out, got the original speakers out. This is what your leftover rings are gonna look like once you get the factory speaker out. All right, now my plan is to reuse this, and you can see there is like a ring in here for a 4-inch. This will obviously fit a bigger speaker than the 4-inch on the actual ring itself, but it is cut out the center cycle for a 4-inch speaker. I'm running 6 inches, but the bases I think only need to be like 5 and maybe a quarter wide. I think that's kind of what this is. So what I'm gonna do, take my little jiggy, and I'm gonna cut this whole little inside ring out except for around that part there. Kind of want to see if I can leave that in. That way I can leave the factory wire to come through there, and I'm gonna try to reuse the factory wires, like I said. Now on the rears, unlike the fronts they had them to where they had like a connector pigtail, something like this on the actual speakers. These though, they chose to solder them on there. Let me see, pick one up. Yeah, they were soldered on there. I broke one, sorry. So the problem, it gets caught here, and eventually it's gonna get caught on these things here. Now, since there's a dip in here, like I said, there's a dip in here, you just need the ring to catch that image. And I'm hoping the sound deadening from before is enough to kind of dampen the vibrations too. There's a little bit on the bottom as well, so that's why I wanted to use OEM. So we're gonna go downstairs, cut this with the jiggy, and make some shit happen. And we have ourselves a winner. Fits in perfectly. Isn't that something? Factory screws that come out of the speakers that set it in here on the inside, those 4 screws are actually the perfect size to literally just screw in here and bite down on the edge of the ring. So that's crazy. You don't even have to drill any holes. And I don't know how far this dip goes, but if it's far enough, then I could screw the speaker in just like that. We're gonna give that a shot versus drilling.
Don't mind me, I actually forgot about these baffles. So pluck the rubber around the edge. We can get the screws to screw them in and have this baffle take care of the rest. That's literally what we're gonna do. So, gonna try to get them screwed in and screw it through the baffle and call it a day. Okay, this is the factory ring with the baffle. 0 baffles, I'm not really concerned about. It can be pressed down. Not really concerned about the top deck hitting it really right now. We'll have to cut a hole out to make sure factory wires can come through, but it's okay. Now it's just to put the speaker on top, see if it sits, and we're good to go, I think. Okay, so we cut a little hole out for the speaker wire thingy to run through. That's how it looks on the other one. But same thing here, and then we're gonna just go ahead and solder the ends to these speakers. Just got these soldered on there. And you can see the camera focus, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, just got those on there. So go ahead, fasten this down and she'll be done. Okay, so we got those 4 screws in there. Pretty solid, not going anywhere, obviously. So I think that'll do. I don't need super glue or anything. Not super glue, hot glue. Sits in there pretty nice. I will end up folding this top over, kind of sort of like that. That way it doesn't sit too high, and it should still go in there perfectly. Got a little baffle, so it should like help with the sound a little bit. Not much though, but a little bit. And we now can just bolt these back in and plug them up and put everything back together like stock. So once done, the whole idea with the screw gripping into the inner little section of that ring there worked perfectly. Now we just have to, like I said, bolt this back in the car. But let me go make the other one, get that one done, and then we'll go put these in hopefully before it rains and give it a little test. Okay, both of them are done now, solidly in there. Time to go put them in the car. Really it. Pretty cool. I like the way they came out. I hope they fit. They should fit. There's plenty of space underneath them. Yeah, kind of make a 6-inch, kind of like factory a little bit, but see how it goes, man. See how it goes. All right, guys, we got everything installed. These are the back speakers right now. I'm gonna put the car back together. I just tested the audio. Completely worth doing. Do the upgrade. Like, I'm gonna tell you, just do it how I did it, bro. It's gonna sound amazing. I'll even show you the equalizer balance because I usually do more treble than bass when it comes to having the subwoofer in the back. Because shit, no matter what you do, that thing's gonna produce bass. So I like mine clean. I like to hear words and all that. So yeah, let me show you guys. My touchscreen's been acting up a little bit, so this radio is kooky old, so it's probably gonna go out soon. But here's my custom one, Pioneer radio. These are my frequencies and settings. And with this, since we have so many tweeters in this car, the sound is crystal clear. Like crystal, son of a, you would do. Okay, crystal clear. So you can see my hertz, all my settings there.
All right, y'all, there you have it. 6x9s installed in the SC in the front doors, 6 inches in the rear deck, and the 12-inch woofer in the back. I know I didn't really cover the woofer install, but there's plenty of those. Nothing crazy about that. It's really the speakers that y'all were wondering for, like the door speakers in the rear deck. So there you have it. It's pretty clear, honestly. Definitely worth the upgrade. I hope you found this video helpful, though. If you did, like, subscribe. More content to come. I'm gonna try my hardest. It sucks. I hate recording, but I'm doing it, so help me out. And also, like I said, go cop some merch for your boy. That way we can keep these bills going. All right, until the next video, y'all. Appreciate it.